Hi, my name is Amanyire Innocent. I also go by Ninno Jack Jr. I am a designer and photographer. I'm also the team lead at Agandy Studios. I'm also part of a team at Neat Layers. We are a collective of creatives that focus on empowering creatives. We have some of our initiatives called Studio Talk that happen twice every month at Agandy Studios. It was back in 2017 that me and my friends, we had started something called This is Uganda. It was a platform that we started to just tell the good side of Uganda through pictures, through writing, and we were quite active, and even on social media went quite viral. And it was around that time that Paula reached out to us because she was quite captivated by what we were doing, and she wanted to get to know more and work with us in any particular capacity. And I remember I was the one who went to meet her, and that was at Ndiro, and we got to catch up. She had just come back into the country from school. She was quite business oriented. I remember having conversations with her, and I was like, oh, okay, you're yet to see the actual Uganda. Good luck with all those ambitions. And it was from then that we got to know each other, but also we got to know each other outside, why we came to meet. And that was on our different brands. For me, by then, Agandy Studios was, it was registered, but it was under the rugs. I had the vision. I wasn't yet sure how to move forward. And she also told me about Teesa and what she wanted to start. And when I introduced myself as the designer, a few weeks later, she said that we could work together. I could help her build the brand, which was quite an opportunity for me. I worked on it, we developed it design-wise, all the items, and I was still a young designer back then. And I look back and I can tell that I don't think I've worked on a brand that way since. A brand where, at its inception, but also you continue to work with the brand as a designer for the next few years. And that helps you to, as a designer, it helps you to see the transition, see the growth, but also to see your footprint on that specific brand. And that's how I got to know Paula and get my relationship with Teesa Advisory, which is now Teesa. So like I mentioned, when I worked on Teesa, I also had my own dream of Agandy Studios and starting it. And I do recall that 2-3 years after 2017, I also took the step to say, let me proceed, let me move forward with the dream that I had. And I can look back and say that Teesa, Paula, she helped me so much at the beginning. I was really someone who had a dream, but I know that I've only worked alone for such a long time, and this required me to start a team, do all these business things, have all these documentations, which in many ways I was really not very interested. I just wanted to create. So business was something so new for me, and she really helped me with the ideation in terms of what I wanted to do. Partnership, should I partner with someone or should I just do it alone? The growth of it, she helped me quite a lot. Most of it was in the passing, I must say, not that I took very many, paid for consultations with her. It was more from our conversations. Yeah, and I couldn't brag that I've taken way more pre-consultations or consultations from her than anybody else. And it did help Agandy grow. And I can look back and say that for the dream that I had was for, a small studio, do something, take headshots, do portraits, have a small desk where you sit. But 4 years later, we are going to make 4 years now. I can look back and say that the brand has really grown, the team has really grown, and I can attribute some of that success to Teesa and Paula. We have also gone on to work together on particular projects where the different brands have collaborated. We've had several giveaways that we give, and one of them was the Women's Entrepreneurship giveaways for the month that we had, I think 2 years ago, where we partnered with Teesa, where they help with the ladies to record videos on how they can pitch their businesses. And because we know Teesa has helped women so much, They were the perfect collaborators to work with. We've also worked together on the UNDP project, which was focusing on helping creatives work on their courses. It was quite extensive, even as there was quite a learning project for something that was a bit massive and big. It was within our realm and our work that, you're doing work for creatives, and we are quite excited to work on it. And I'm really looking forward for the growth of Teesa and the continued growth, but also for us as Agandy, and for us to see how we can both grow together through collaboration. Leading Agandy and getting to interact with creatives has also created a dream in me to work more with creatives, and that gave birth to, Learn with Agandy, which later on rebranded to Neat Layers. And in Neat Layers, the fact that it's really concentrated on creatives, some of the things that we want to do in the future is like create courses, create workshops, create things that benefit creatives. And the fact that I've worked on a project with Paula along those lines, but also the fact that I have also purchased her book, which is, Teach Them, Serve Them, but also the skilling book on how to create courses. I'm looking at, the possibilities of me using her skill or the skills of the expertise of Teesa on how we can help creatives more. But not just that, I know on a daily basis, on a regular basis, I can still go back to Teesa and Paula and talk to her about, growing a business, especially in this Uganda, and looking at the journey for how it has been so far. For me, the person who told her, good luck, Uganda is going to crush you, and looking now at a published book, whether it's the Tutandike course, which has the basics of how to start a business here, I can say that the future is quite bright, not just for me or for Agandy, but also for the creatives that I work with and the advice that we give them through some of our talks that we have.